Yeah, I mean, I got my CDL license in 2002. I was 32 years old. Beforehand, I kind of skipped around to warehousing and factory jobs. So, my wife finally put a boot in my butt and said, "It's time to make some real money, son." So, I got my CDLs. I was driving a straight truck before that, and I wasn't making a lot of money. So, got my CDLs, and man, it's just something that really fits my personality. Yeah, I started out pulling food actually for restaurant chains, and Alpha two wheelers. So, I started off in the industry working my butt off. That's hard work for a truck driver. But I had to get my experience, and I got 6 months, 2 years experience, and I did some more reefer work, dry van work. I don't know if it's fortunately or unfortunately, I don't have any additional triples, doubles, hazmat, stuff like that. So, but I've done a lot of dry van stuff, swinging the doors, as they say. But so yeah, it's working out. Now I'm hauling installation. Well, I've always been a dancer, going back to the mid '80s. It's the area I grew up in. We had dance competitions. We didn't really fist fight a whole lot, but we kind of danced it out. You know what I mean? So that's the way I was raised. So dancing's always been there. And I just have, a God-gifted rhythm when it comes to dancing, and I kind of stick to the beat and stuff like that. So, like I said, I started driving in 2002 and gained some weight, probably about 100 pounds. I'm like, wow, yeah. Those food chains feed you for free, man. So I took advantage of that. Found a thing called Zumba out there. It's dance fitness classes. Didn't see too many truck drivers in those classes, but I was motivated enough to find exercise through dance. I didn't even know there was such a thing. And I really took the bull by the horns, and I said, you know what? I'm the only man in here. Everyone else is women, but that's okay. They when I started dancing, they're like, okay, this guy belongs. Well, it varies. Most of the people like it. I dance for smiles. It's backwards, but that's what I do now on street corners. I dance for smiles, and it does bring a smile to people's faces, and they get inspired from it. I have tried to reach out to truck drivers with dancing, not successful. But that doesn't stop me from dancing in front of the truck drivers. Right. I still want to be entertaining. I still want to be inspiring. I still want the truck driver to know who the dancing trucker is, so they may find some motivation in what I do. Yeah, the mental health thing has always been there. When I was a child, my uncle, paranoid schizophrenic, in a couple mental hospitals where me and my sister and my father would go visit him on a continuing basis. He would live with us while I was a child growing up. So I was aware of mental illness early, and myself suffering with depression and anxiety and addiction in the past, and still suffer with depression and anxiety to a certain extent, even now, with all the hard work I put in to combat that. My wife suffers from depression. My son suffers from depression. So it's always there, and it's home. Suicide has hit home for us. My 14-year-old neighbor, female girl, committed suicide because of bullying from school. And suicide is something that we all have to think about and talk about. There's a stigma out there that people are afraid to talk about their shortcomings when it comes to mental illness in general. But that's the power. That's how you get power. That's how I become empowered, when I speak about mental illness, when I speak about my depression, my anxiety. You know, open up, be an open book, be vulnerable. You know, that's my thing to say to anybody. Let the world know of your shortcomings, and you never know, you may end up inspiring someone yourself. Well, again, here I go. I'm not stuck in the trucking industry, but I'm going to go out of the trucking industry music wise, because this is a person that inspires me, that I've been to a couple of concerts of his, that I've tried dancing with him. But he had me tie a shoe, which the truck, I mean, just some people think like, what? I don't know. He had me tie a shoe because he couldn't dance with me. So that was the next best thing. You'll never guess. The initials are JB.
JB.
Justin Bieber.
Oh, really?
Yeah, please do. I want to see your dance moves, everybody. Facebook, of course, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or you can just flat out Google The Dancing Trucker and find stories and videos and segments that can inspire you.